Are the top 3 Chinese companies, BABA, Baidu, and PDD Pinduoduo, finally going to get out of the gulag and have that parabolic move that everybody's been hoping for? Is China economy finally going to get on a right track and turn headwinds into tailwinds? Well, in this video, we're going to talk about it. Right now, I have the SSE Composite Index pulled up, which is essentially China's identical um, SP 500 to what we have. It's just their own. Since 2015, we've been in this consolidation box, as you see, and we've formed this massive volume shelf. Now, over the last decade, we've formed this, just sideways movement. And if we were to break over this $3,750 mark, then essentially we would have a parabolic move like we've seen in the past year. Okay. Not only that, but we also have what I like to call my Williams consolidation box strategy. And essentially, what it is when you have a run up to this barrier and then a pullback down, you essentially create this Williams consolidation box. So we had the run up, we hit the barrier, we had a pullback, we created support. And now, as long as we stay within this confound of this Williams consolidation box, this stock will continue to run higher. So we already have the support made. We've already formed our Williams consolidation box. So this will be very telling. As long as we don't break below this support that we've made and we stay inside this box, we have a real possibility of breaking over this $30,750 mark. And if we do break over that $3,750 mark, then we will have a parabolic move in China. And who is going to be the beneficiary of that parabolic move in China? BABA, Baidu, and Pinduoduo. These are the 3 largest companies in China right now. And we're just going to go one by one. BABA right now, which looks great on the fundamentals, has this nice, beautiful symmetrical triangle pattern that they've already broken out of, as we see here. They've already broken out of this symmetrical triangle pattern. They've come back now, and now they are retesting and sitting atop this breakout retest area. Now, 70 to 80% of stocks come back for a retest. Not only that, when they break out, not only that, we have this massive volume shelf that we were sitting on. Now, mind you, my high five indicator, which is my personal trading strategy lumped into one indicator, is red right now. But what I'll show you in a minute is that the things are starting to turn inside the indicator. And you start to see this little curve happening and bottoming out and not just a straight down dagger. Okay? Not just that, but we're at the bottom of our cup and handle pattern, along with, obviously, like I said, being at the retest area. Also, we are with the Williams percentage range, we are at the bottom in the green bounce area that typically when we get down here, we are very oversold and at a point that we are going to get a massive run up in the stock and push higher. You saw it here, we launched higher. You saw it here, we launched higher into this. And then you saw it back here where we ran up here, and you saw it here and here when we ran up to here, right? So we have multiple things pointing in the direction of a big bounce coming for BABA, along with China maybe continuing in its upward trajectory. Now, our profit targets here are 134, 159, 160 area. That's our measured move for our symmetrical triangle pattern. And then our measured move for our cup and handle, if we were to break out of that, is going to be 170-ish. Now, I'm not going to get into this trade unless we continue to roll over on some of our indicators. So this is a stochastic here, our trend line. What I would like to see is just to curl upward and basically go red through yellow, which would be a bullish indicator. But also on the RSI, dating back since 2021, we've been on a steady upward trajectory. So, with all that being said, I do not believe BABA is a trade to get into yet, but it's definitely one to add to your watch list and monitor it. Baidu's the same thing here. Just a little bit of a difference is, again, we're at the bottom we're at the bounce area. We're at a point. We've also have this Williams percentage range divergence. We made a low, bounce off the bottom. Now we made a higher low, as you can see here, made a higher low, and we're moving higher. And if we get If we continue higher up to here, then the stock will move with it. Not only that, but if we look back at history with Baidu, all the way back to 2010, this area, as you can see in this box right here, this area has been very, very strong support, very strong support. And all the way back to 2010. And not just is it strong support, but what are we doing off this strong support? We are creating and have created a double bottom pattern. Double bottom patterns where you crash down, you come to a singular bottom, you run back up to a high, you create your top, you run back down to that same area of a bottom, and then you run back up. And once this line is broken, then you have a nice move to the upside. We are not there yet, but like I said, we need to be aware that we are on this last ditch volume shelf and we are at a point of where this stock has historically bounced about $73 to about $86. So if you are a long in this name, this would be a great area to accumulate shares because dating back to 2010, this has been very, very strong support. And every time it typically hits this area, you get these massive moves up. Um, this one being lower than this one, obviously, and then this one being a lot lower than the last. Finally, Pinduoduo. We don't really have any charting patterns here, but what we do have is Pinduoduo sitting on a massive volume shelf, the largest volume shelf dating back since this high here. It's in a channel uptrend, and we are at the bottom of that channel uptrend with 1, 2, 3, and now 4 touches to that bottom of the channel uptrend. So again, if you are a long-term investor or looking to get in this as a trade, I'm personally waiting until this high five indicator flips to green, and I'll look for a charting pattern to enter in my strategy to get to where it needs to be to make an entry. We're also almost at the bottom of our trend, and on our Williams on our RSI, we are slightly making an uptrend from this bottom still. Finally, we have our Williams percentage range, and we are at the bottom of our barrier on that too, signaling it's most likely time for a bounce higher. Those are my views and where I see Chinese companies potentially going at this time. These are all great adds to your watch list. I do not believe any of them are good trades at this point, especially based on my high five trading strategy and um, my Williams consolidation box strategy. But they will be added to my watch list, and I will be monitoring the Chinese index, and I will be monitoring these 3 companies with a very close eye to be prepared to take action on when the trade is available and when I believe it's going to be beneficial and there's gains to be made. So I hope you appreciate it and like this video. Leave a comment what you believe China is going to do in 2025, and I'll catch you in the next one.